Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham daily news and update show for Wednesday, January 14th. Yes, January 14th. We are almost halfway through January already. It's going by fast. Yes. And, we got a little bit to talk about today, a little bit of news, a little bit Elliot Lee news that we kind of hinted at the other day, people going out on loan. And I think he's not going to be the only one exiting the club. So we'll do a quick show today because we have pundit picks later on. So, yeah, got a little bit of update on Kiefer Moore and Issa Gabore before the Norwich clash and their injuries, or they're coming back from injury. So we'll talk about that briefly. But up first, we're going to talk about Elliot Lee and get a little shout on exactly what we think he'll do, where he'll go, where his level might be, and get your thoughts on it too. Jimmy John Bangles is in the house, first and only. Yeah, first and only. Yes. It's like I said, I just put the show up, so get your notifications on. So that's what we do on the Local Pundit. Things just happen, and we gotta take care of it. And we are building our way up to back to the EFL championship against Norwich City, which is great because there's a little bit of issue going on behind the scenes there with Sargent, which we spoke about yesterday, about him going out to Toronto FC. But then the manager at Norwich said that he should be playing this weekend. I don't know what that means, but at least there's chaos behind the scenes right there too. More chaos, the better, because we can go in and we can win our fifth on the bounce in league play. So everyone's popping in. Smash that like button as you come in. Become a member of it, of the Local Pundit if you haven't already. Subscribe, share out. On our way to 5,001. If you know, you know. Let's do this. Where is Elliot Lee off to? I don't know, Sean. We're going to talk about that. Tommy says, hey, what's up, guys? Michael's in the house as well. MK Ultra is also in the house, too. All right. Here it is right there. Parkinson had his say. I'm going to bring this right here. Also, the kickoff to the EFL for next year, 26-27. That got announced too. It's very early. It's like August 16th, but hey, we'll be in the Premier League, so it doesn't matter anyway. So there you go. Okay, Wrexham star Elliot Lee is set for January loan move. Now, Elliot Lee, I don't know how many minutes he's actually played. He has been injured. He hasn't gotten into the side. I'll look that up as we go through. I'm going to pull that down. But Elliot Lee, this is from the Leader, is set to go out on loan. Phil Parkinson revealed Elliot Lee is set for a loan move during January, during the transfer window. He was named in the 25-man squad, as you know, for the first half of the season, but is not featured at all in the championship. Wow. There you go. So there you go. Look at that. When you read, information comes your way, and you look at it. I told you, I like things just to happen naturally, and we do it there. So he hasn't played a minute in the actual championship, which is a lot to say. He has restricted to three starts in the League Cup. He has spent 4 months recovering from knee surgery, and he's 31 years old and was replaced in the squad by Jay Rodriguez due to him being sidelined, which is great. Jay hasn't played that much either. He was coming back from a foot injury himself. So now Elliot Lee is back in full training, and he's trying to get a loan out to, someone's saying Reading. I think a League One is probably where he should go. Championship level might be a little too high. League Two is definitely low for him as well. What's going on, Jay? He's supposed to be going to Reading. Don't know where that's coming from, but Reading will be a good spot for him. I think that's great. I think Reading, he'd do fantastic there. So Parkinson says, Elliot trained fully on Monday, and we're just managing him. There are several clubs that want to take Elliot on loan, so he's just getting himself ready for that. But he's not far off because he is back in training, which is great. He was in the 25-man squad, said Parkinson, and then had a problem with his knee, a specialist decided he'd need an operation on. Hopefully, now he has resolved that problem, and he looks like he has, says Parkinson. Good news for him. He trained really well on Monday. He wants to go and play somewhere, so we will respect that and give him the opportunity. Now, this is the same thing that happened, what they said about Paul Mullen. Paul Mullen came back, got training. He went, we're going to assess what he wants to do. Obviously, Elliot Lee has come and said what he wants to do. He wants to go out and play football, which, you know what? I hope he does. Let him go play football. He is he has been with us a long time. He's a great player. He's given some fantastic moments to Wrexham, just like some of the other players that have been involved in the squad the last several years. So good on him. I think he has a contract through 27, if I'm not mistaken. But let him go. He's a back-to-back-to-back promotion winner. Yes, 26-27 campaign. It's not in the article here. It says he's not the only player that's going to be moving on. I think Harry Ashfield's going to leave. I think Harry Astral is going to leave, possibly on loan sooner than later. And I also believe that Ryan Hardy will be out the door as well. Andy Cannon, I think, is probably going to go. So as Parkinson has said, the shakeup in the squad is real. Shakeup in the squad is real. And he said right here in a quote, we have to cut the squad down to 25. There is no doubt about that. But the rule is that, but that's the rule. So we'll be assessing that as we go in the next couple of weeks. Last one from Parkinson here. Obviously, prior to Christmas, if you have a couple outside the squad, they can play in the cup games, especially when you're in League One and you got the EFL trophy game. But at this level now, all we got is the FA Cup. So Parkinson only has the cup and the league. So that's all he has. And his squad is going to tighten who he's going to play. You know, he will get not his favorites, but his favored, and he will get this down. And if we're cooking, he's going to stay with it. I also, by the way, expect I could possibly see, and I said this yesterday, Macca leaving as well. What's up, Esteban? How are you? And good. I like Wrexham having a good relationship with Reading. Wouldn't mind developing good relationship with other distressed clubs. We become the club that helps distressed clubs survive. Interesting one right there. Lee is a baller. Let him go ball. And that is a good take there too. Let him go ball too. I think that's great. And you know, fair play to the club and how they manage everything. They take into consideration what the player wants, not just what the club wants. Not everyone, you know, not every club does that. I'm not calling out any clubs that, you know, that do, but I think it's part of the makeup of what Parkinson does in his man management style and what Wrexham do. So it's good for that to happen. Parkinson does have more quotes. He said, I really like, ideally, we'd like the numbers to be where they need to be. Sometimes you don't get ideal world, but we're striving for that. I'm not sure what that means. Apparently, Jake Bickerstaff has also left. He is decided permanent deal to Cheltenham Town. That was the other day. Parkinson went, I'm pleased for Jake. After a disappointing year last year on loan at Altrincham, he has gone down to Cheltenham and carved out a nice place for him. So that's good on them. So there is going to be some movement. Now, these are all outgoings. We do need to get players out if we want to bring players in. The squad is heavy. The squad is heavy with some players that aren't going to play. Let's be honest. And that's just a fact. It's like I'd like to get some of the players in, a couple players in, 2, maybe 3, that are going to contribute this year to Wrexham, to our promotion push. What's up, Haps? How you doing? So Elliot Lee is one of those guys, unfortunately. Andy Cannon, one of those guys, unfortunately. The one guy that looks that he's got that is a shoehorn in and is going to be there coming back from an injury, who was in the squad, is Ollie Rathbone, and he's hit the ground running. So I expect more players to go. And Rick says, good luck, Elliot Lee. Thanks. Big thank you to him. He's a good player. He's been a great servant, absolute great servant. And that's good. And that's really good. So if he goes to Reading, good luck to him. We'll keep one eye on him. I know somebody said yesterday that can we do a show about how our loan players are doing, or players that used to play for the club. Yeah, at some point we will do that. But you know, I think obviously we're a Wrexham podcast, so we'll focus on Wrexham. And you know, if it gets a little slow, we'll keep up and take a look at them too. So there you go. My MK Ultra says, I think you're right about Macca. Yeah, I think Macca. He has run his race for me, unfortunately. And you know, for me, I respect the fact what he did in the last few matches when we didn't have anyone at left wing back. But I think if it's time for someone to move on, also too, it's him. And yes, he is a captain. I understand that, but on the pitch, you know, just we're good. Okay, so that's the update there. I'll get this out of the way before I do the Kiefer Moore and Kabore update as well. I don't know. This is just, I was cheekily saying just Wrexham AFC EFL kickoff dates confirmed for 26-27 season. And there you go. Wrexham, if they're still in the championship, will begin their League Cup tie early August, with the kickoff being August 7th through the 9th. However, the league season 26-27 is set to commence on the weekend of August 14th and 16th. So here's what I say to that. Hopefully we have different dates. Hopefully we have different dates. A lot needs to happen for that to fall into place, but hopefully we have different dates. Let's see about that. Mac is going to go to Ireland and Derry. I've said this for months, says James Lee. Okay. All right there. And topic for a former player are doing, how the former players are doing with cool ring and rant. I'd be willing to bet some of your subscribers will have been keeping up for sure. Absolutely. We can get that. We can make that happen. We can make that happen. But back on to the dates. Great. I hope that's really good for the teams who are in the championship. It's a quick turnaround, by the way. That's a quick turnaround. If you're playing in the playoffs, and go in there too. And so we shall see. Hopefully we don't. Hopefully we have different dates. I'll just leave it at that because I think we're going up. Smag says 777 says, "Good luck, Elliot Lee. You were a big part of Wrexham's Wrexham from Division 5 non-league to the second division championship." Yes, he has. He's been a fixture. And granted, he hasn't featured in the league this year. So there you go. Good luck to him. Good luck to him, and I wish him all the best. Anyone that passes through Wrexham, I wish him all the best. We have very class players that appreciate what Wrexham is, and for both sides of things, for the club and for them as players in their careers. Okay, now this is big news because Issa Kabora is back and Kiefer Moore is back. So some Wrexham players are being monitored ahead of the Norwich game. There it is, big Kiefer Moore. I think we need a big Kiefer Moore back. I think Sam Smith has done great. I'd like to Kiefer Moore back in the fold because he is our main starting striker. So Kiefer Moore has returned to full training, but a number of players are being monitored ahead of Saturday's Cup Championship clash against Norwich City, which is at the Racecourse Ground. Moore has 12 goals. And he is sustained an injury 2-1 against Preston on December 29th. So he's been out for a little over 2 weeks now. Which is good. And Issa Kabore, who was on loan, just came back from Burkina Faso, who got beat by Ivory Coast. So he is also back too, and he has joined in full training this week as well. I don't expect Issa to start, but I could see Kiefer starting. Parkinson said, revealed that Sam Smith could also be involved despite limping off on Friday's cup tie with Nottingham Forest. And Ollie Rathbone, who scored, is an injury concern, along with Max Cleworth and Matty James, who missed the last game. So there's some shuffling that could be happening. So let's backtrack on that. Sam Smith could also be involved. Okay, he's a maybe. So we need Kiefer back. He did limp off. Ollie Rathbone has an injury concern, not specific. Max and Matty James. So that's a lot of players right there. That's a lot of players that we're kind of monitoring. Now we don't know what the timelines are, but Parkinson has here. Issa is back in training this week, so we're just monitoring him. Kiefer is back to full training as well. Sam is fine. It was only a slight injury. Ollie's groin was tight, so we had to have a scan on him. He said it's nothing serious, but we will just monitor him. Max had an ongoing problem over Christmas with his groin as well, so we've had to pull him out of training for a few days, and Matty had to see a specialist on Friday about his back, but it looks like that is settling down. You had more good news to report with 3 players closing on a return to action. Louis Brunt, great, we need him back. Aaron James, who probably won't get a minute. Okay, good for him. They've all been added to full training, and Danny Ward is back in full training as well. So a lot of shakeup happening there, a lot to unpack. So Louis Brunt, we'll use him this year. Need to get back playing, and in the side, Aaron James, good for him. He possibly can go out alone if he's fit. And Danny Ward getting in there to compete with AO is a good sign as well. But I don't anticipate Max being in the squad again. So I'd probably see that back line being of Doyle, Hyam, and Scar. Scar being in the middle there. So check that out. Matty James, seen a specialist for his back. Okay. He's, I think 32 or something like that. So you got to monitor him. The one that concerns me the most out of this is Ollie's Rathbone's groin. So he's played really well. Sit a little bit of tight. He's just being monitored. So I would probably see Ollie Rathbone on the bench going back to Broadhead and Windass. So keep an eye on that too. Excuse me. Let me see. Ollie needs to keep scoring. Yes, he does. We need to keep scoring for him too. And but listen. We're always going to have injuries. We've had the injury bug. The players are coming back. I think we have the most depth in the midfield. You have Thomason in there that could play in the midfield. Obviously, Sheaf, can cover Dobson. So I think we'll be okay in the middle of the park. I do, I would like to get a Kakache full start this weekend, and I don't think Issa will be starting. It'll probably be Longman. So a lot to shake up here, a lot happening. I think there's going to be a lot of movement happening the next 2 weeks for Wrexham. In and out, players coming back from injury, all that stuff. So Parkinson has a job to do, as he always does. But Parkinson has a job to do to figure out the right chemistry of the team and keep the momentum going. We do have a momentum. Kakache said it yesterday in the interview. We have momentum going after winning, against Nottingham Forest and winning 4 on the bounce for Wrexham, and let's make it 5. So it's going to be I think it's going to be a busy 2 weeks. It's going to be a busy 2 weeks. So we'll keep an eye on everything. And it's part and parcel of Wrexham. And I feel really good going into this match, but I'm not getting overly confident against Norwich City, but I feel good. I feel like our chances are good. And I feel, listen, they're a dangerous squad. They are a dangerous squad, but so are we. And it's at the Racecourse Ground, and back to, Saturday kickoff at 7 a.m. for me. So excited to see how we come out of this after the big Nottingham Forest clash. So yeah. What else is there? Anything else that I missed today? If anyone does go, we will keep an eye on it. So we'll break and do everything right here too. As we do on the local pundit. I'd like Smag says I'd like to see Kakache continue his scoring threat, get Kabore scoring. Listen, Kakache, I said he is yesterday on the show. He's going to unlock a lot. He's played 5 games, and we haven't even seen what he's all about. We have seen him, but we haven't seen what he's really all about. And he is talented. He's a very talented 25-year-old left wing back. I'm excited to see what he'll do. If he could score, cuts in on his right, take it, great. Last one here, then we'll get one out. Dominic Hyam, who has been absolutely probably our player of the season. Dom Hyam has absolutely been our player of the season. He said he's not taking anything for granted, which is good. You want that mindset. And I think he's been captaining the squad as well and doing it very well. Got him from Blackburn last season, which they were like, why did they let him go? Because he's absolutely fantastic. He says he's not taking anything for granted. He says, if and when I'm fit and available, obviously I'd like to play as many games as I can. He said, the testament to the squad, we've got a lot of center halves as we all are pushing each other, and we really are all ready if and when called upon. He said, I'm not taking anything for granted. I want to play as much as I can, so hopefully I can stay fit and healthy. He has impressed since joining. He said, I love it here. The club is really good. The fans have been really good to me as well. I've had some really good moments here, especially, says Hyam. He says, I feel like I'm really at home and really enjoying my football. And he says, asked about if we can go and get to the playoffs. And his comment was, I don't see why not. But we can't get too high and we can't get too low. It's a long season and a long old season, he said. So those are captain speak. That is great. And I think for us getting him, and he's played pretty much along the back line, the back three, anywhere. I like him on the right. I like Scar in the middle. But he's played in the middle mostly, taking over Connor Cody's spot. But he is an absolute beast, and we are lucky to have him. And if we do get the opportunity to get into the playoffs, get promotion, he will play a big role in that. He has come in and absolutely crushed it. So fair play to him, and long may continue and keep him healthy too. And having Doyle next to him with a little to his left, I think Doyle is learning from him, which is Doyle has been to his left. I think he's done fantastically well. I think that back three, that back five has really picked up the pace, and I'm really impressed with what they're doing. So Dom Hyam, let's see. I don't think he'll be going up the image there, which is interesting because we already played them once this year, is against Sargent. I don't expect Sargent to be in the lineup starting. If he is, his head will be elsewhere, which I hope it is. But don't count it out that he'll score a goal and be pissed off. But Dom Hyam, good job, good on you. Anyways, listen, there is a pundit pick show in a couple hours from now. Ken will be doing that. His math will be somewhat mathing, I'm guessing. And so go enjoy that. If you're coming in late, go back and watch it, subscribe and share, and hit the like button if you can as well. helps out the algorithm. But yeah, top of the line, going back up to the top, loan exit for Elliot Lee. He's set for a loan move. The rumors are in the chat that he might be headed to Reading. He will not be the only one going out on loan. So there will be some more movement. Keep your eyes peeled. If you hear anything, let us know. If anything breaks, we will break live on the local pundit as we always do. So smash that like on your way out, and on that bombshell, we'll see y'all soon.